Hey, Wack people. This is the OCT, Octavius Hay, and I want to thank you for tuning in to our page today. We greatly appreciate it. If you are listening to the podcast, you can also find it on Podbean. The link will be in the description. And if you listen to our music, you can also listen on SoundCloud and DatPiff. Both links will be in the description also. And as always, please remember to like the video, leave a comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification button so you're informed every time we drop new content. Now enjoy this whack wisdom. I am whacking off.
It's the WACCast podcast, yeah.
Talk whack to me, talk whack to me,
yeah.
Talk whack to me, talk whack
It's
to me.
the WACCast podcast, yeah.
We talk whack right now, we talk whack right now, we talk whack right now, we talk whack right now. Talk whack to me.
Yeah, man.
You know, while they here, I think it's even more fitting.
Now that we got, well, are you done? You got anything else positive to say? Before I get with the fuckery?
Go ahead, come on, man.
Okay, so when we watched this show, I had no idea I was watching Black Girls Rock. I thought they already had an award show for black girls called Black Girls Rock. I thought I tuned in to watch the BET Hip Hop Award show. So lo and behold, out of nowhere, we is potted, nigga. Don't you know we potted? Don't you know how to text? anyway, back to what I was saying. So, I mean, this was ridiculous, and this is why men get really irritated with women. From the very first beginning, they're like, we want all the women in the front because this is. At one point, they said this is the year of the woman. I'm like, when has it not been the year of the woman?
They got a whole separate show though, right?
They got a whole show. They got Black Girls Rock. That's their thing. That's when you get the love on the women. They don't got a Black Men's Rock. Did we ever ask for that? No. So this is the show for everybody. Why is it all about y'all all the fucking time?
Because then when it's not, I don't know, it goes to that equality program. And then if we really have it, not that I'm even trying to hold that, but then when it comes to something like this, and then I want to speak for the man, or I'm addressing the man, elephant for the man, how we feel, stuff like that happen.
But it used to be at the most basic level back in the day. At the most basic level, it don't matter how much money you made. At the most basic level, the father of the family get the biggest piece of whatever they was eating. If they had chicken, whatever it was, the father got the biggest piece because we understood the place of the man. Now we asking all these men, all these successful men, to stand behind these women and let these women be the center focus of a show that's supposed to be about everybody because women don't get enough respect or love or whatever nonsense they say. So the whole show had to be hijacked about the year of the woman, and I'm dressing up all these women and women this and women that. Those women on that stupid Tyler Perry show, Sistas, came out. It's like, why y'all mad at women for wearing bonnets? You know what? I'm like, okay, go ahead. Go. You right. Be stupid. You know what? I'm not finna argue with stupid people. If you want to look like a bum, then by all means, go ahead and look like a bum. I said that last time. I'm saying it again. You know what? Y'all, it's gotten too far. Monique was just trying to help y'all out to hold yourself with some respect, self-respect. But if y'all don't want that, then look like bums. But this award show pissed me off. Wow. I was watching shit like, yeah, and Brittany was like, you just don't like them. I'm like, no, this is ridiculous. Like, what am I can't even watch a war show. Not like a fucking sympathy. I am woman, hear me roar. Golly. And say that shit for Black Girl Magic or Black Girl Rock.
I'm developing the callus of the soul for it. Like as the man, we've been hit so many times with this, and then like when we start to react on some of these things and just call it out, cause we see it so much
for real.
And we gotta look like we the crazy ones, but like
Talk whack
and said, look what she said. And Kelly Williams was like, oh, she crazy or something like that. Somebody get me a 2-piece, referencing when they threw, I don't know if it was Popeyes or KFC chicken at her. They threw it at Tory when they got into an argument and threw chicken at her and kicked her out the group. Wow. And I'm gonna just say this: that is just evil. That is some evil. That is some evil diabolical shit. Let me tell you something right now.
You don't play with a guy.
If anybody's ever around me and y'all get into an argument, you better not. You can throw the fries. You can throw the biscuit. But motherfucker, if you waste some perfectly good chicken, now I'm in the fight. You could have gave it to me, nigga. If you won't eat it, fuck you throwing chicken for, bro? I like chicken. Man, you gonna give me that? Give me some ketchup, some hot sauce. I know you like, yeah. Give some ketchup, some hot sauce. I'm finna tear this chicken up. They got chicken on the floor, bro. That's a tragedy of justice.
You don't play with the chicken. Don't play with a nigga's chicken.
Don't play with the chicken, man.
Don't play with the chicken.
Do not throw chicken at people, bro.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me.
So, let's go through these rounds. People. All right, let's see. Where we at? It should be up to the top there. That's the first one. Okay, so, yeah. Bounce for, you know. Leave your man at home.
Jumping.
I get at the bow. Hopped up out of bed. Of course, I had to get at the Soulja Boy. Bow Wow did the Run It remix, which was, I'm like, okay. At least you got that through early, I guess.
I didn't even know he was on.
Right, I was like,
remix.
I was like, oh well, he got it through early, so that's cool. Soulja Boy did Kiss Me Through the Phone for round 3. Bow Wow did Bounce With Me, which I couldn't grade that one. That was too tough for me. I couldn't grade that one. I didn't know who got that one. Who you think got that one?
Wow, even I was kind of giving that to Bow.
You was?
Because his little speech was like 13. I was doing this. 13. I made a song.
I mean, I was like, if it's needed, I'll come back and grade it. But it wasn't needed. So then round 4, Soulja Boy did Pretty Boy Swag. Bow Wow did I'm a Flirt remix. I gave that to Soulja Boy. Round 5, Soulja Boy did She Made It Clap Again, the remix. Bow Wow did Shorty Like Mine. I had to get to Bow Wow.
I think that's when he kind of let the verse run kind of long. I don't know if this was this one or it was one of the later rounds. One of these rounds, Soulja Boy's verses go. No, it was We Made It. I don't know.
It was We Made It song. Let that go. So then Soulja Boy did She Make It Clap remix again. This time with French Montana. Bow Wow did Where My Dogs At. I had to get at the Bow Wow. Soulja Boy did Y'all Bitch. Bow Wow did Let's Get Down. I had to get at the Bow Wow.
What?
Yes.
I don't know. See, the Y'all Bitch just hits me with the Soulja.
I feel you.
That one to Soulja.
I get at the Bow Wow. I'm sorry. When Let's Get Down. And you gotta get that performance though. Bow Wow was a performer, bro. That dude is a performer. Soulja Boy's performance was trash.
He should have brought A-Rab out. I thought he should have brought his boy out.
Are they even boys anymore?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think
he just rapped
boys.
his verse. He rapped A-Rab's verse, and I was like, "Where's A-Rab?"
A-Rab should have came out, man.
I don't know.
And Soulja Boy got them. Soulja Boy was telling me about he got them babes, man.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's cool. But then Bow Wow came out with girlfriend. I was like, okay, sorry, so Bow Wow got this. I gave Soulja Boy Gucci bandana. That's the round Bow Wow did. What's that? A little Bow Wow. You just don't know the way you move so fast.
What's my name?
Yeah, I gave that to him to Soulja. So that's round 9. Soulja Boy, She Got a Dunk. I gave that to him. This round 10. Bow Wow did Pop Lock and Drop It. Soulja Boy got that Yes, bitch. And Bow Wow got Basketball. I had to give it to Basketball. I'm sorry. When Basketball played, I was eating some chicken in the kitchen, and then Basketball came on, and I dropped my chicken and ran into the living room to start dancing.
You fumbled the chicken?
I fumbled the chicken.
What?
I fumbled the chicken for the basketball. They had to come out, man. So what is that? That was round 11. Round 12, Soulja Boy All the Way Turned Up, which I was about to give to this nigga until Bow Wow played Where the Party At. I'm sorry. When that's some classic shit. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people gonna disagree with that. A lot of people gonna disagree with that, but I'm sorry. I get at the Bow Wow. Soulja Boy, that LL Smiley Face song, but then Bow Wow hit Out of My System. Had to get that W to him. Soulja Boy, Let Me Get Him. You know, shoot up. Hey, shoot out. Bow Wow hit that. Oh, that's when he came with. Oh, I think they like. I think they.
And it's just fun. At this point, we're having a lot of fun. Like they got the audience engaged.
15. This is what you was talking about. That nigga We Made It, where it just went on forever.
Yeah.
And then when Bow Wow came out, twisted my body from side. You had to get at the Bow, man.
Just on delivery, dude. You could have just went to your third verse. Have the DJ go to your verse.
Right.
That's your verse. That's
he was trying
round.
to show off that he had Drake though. That's what he did that for.
Yeah.
But then, so then the next round, which was 16, that's when he brought out Romeo. And I might have given him that just for the boss move, but then Bow Wow did Fresh As I'm Is, which is supposed to be the Romeo disc. So it's like, fuck, nigga.
But
gotta
he
get
hit the line. So at the same time, I almost don't want to give it to him for not saying the
He said,
line.
he did say it. I'm 30 making more to get that.
Exaggerated because he's right here. You're not gonna get another time when the nigga's right there. He was right there.
The stage, he left. What are you gonna do?
Man, come back out here. I got a lot. gotta
Stop
bring him
that
back out. Yeah, bring him out here one more time, bro.
They supposed to stop him.
He should
Grab him.
Don't leave.
Grab him.
Stay here, bro.
You want this heat, nigga?
Man, oh, that would have been a big boss.
So then Soulja Boy did Superman and hoe. And then Bow Wow did Let Me Hold You. So I had to get that one to Soulja Boy.
No, crank. No,
Crank that. I did get crank that.
Yeah, you can go with that one. That one.
I had to get that one to Soulja.
Yeah.
So I got the total up 5 for Soulja Boy, 11 for Bow Wow.
Okay.
Massacre. Who you think won though? You don't gotta agree the same number, but who you think got it though?
No, just because there was a couple moments where it did feel kind of exaggerated and long, like, oh, especially if we're going round for round. And overall, like I said, I'm just so glad it happened and that they cool and ain't no beef. And that they really are going on tour. They seem like they friends, bro. Like,
It's gonna be a lit tour. They was having fun. Look, I told everybody this. Bow Wow's a legend. Bow Wow is amazing, one of the most talented people that we've ever had in the rap game. And I'm so happy that so many people got to see not only like the catalog, but his stage performance, like how he commands himself on stage, how he knows how to talk, and like, you know, between records to set up the record and be fun, entertaining. Like, this is the complete package of what an artist is, and I'm happy that everybody got to see that. And Twitter agreed, man. Twitter, Bow Wow won. That's what Twitter agreed. Bow Wow was the winner. Bow Wow was declared the winner of Verzuz. That's what it is. So Soulja Boy, you can go be ahead and be the first at whatever you want to, but you did not be Bow Wow in Verzuz.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me.
I guess the envy and things could just keep on building up. Like, I'll get him if I get the chance type deal, man. And guess he was prepared for it. At the end of the day, they couldn't handle it.
Yeah, they was ready, man. And my thing with that is, you know, when people talk about if it's somebody on the inside, whether it is, and let's just say for the sake of argument it is. Now, sometimes you do gotta let certain people go out of your life. Sometimes some people ain't willing to walk the same path that you are. If you trying to get out of nonsense and you see people kind of keeping it there or not understanding or respecting that, sometimes you gotta let people go. Now, the problem with that is a lot of times people say, oh, you fake, you acting Hollywood, once you got some money you start acting different. But it's like, yeah, you do act different because you in different circles. You're not struggling no more. Your life ain't in danger. Y'all not committing criminal activities. Your life in danger. Y'all like award shows and like making legit legal money and have sponsors and stuff like that. Y'all think about that stuff. So if you're not walking on that path with them, sometimes you gotta let people go.
Yes, they can't be inside of your growth and whatnot, you know. Because if it was inside, this is probably a nigga who's lower than him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he was at the same level, but now like I'm doing my other thing. I'm doing shows, doing whatever. My Lil Durk isn't just a little nigga no more type shit, you know.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me.
Your boy Tyler Perry, man. So you sent this to me, E. This wasn't even on the docket, but you sent this to me, so we got to discuss it. Alright, what's the lady name again? Black Novia or whatever?
Queen Vicky.
So she over here talking about Tyler Perry.
Dillard. Yeah, Vicky Dillard.
Yeah, so Vicky Dillard, who is a little extreme with some things, but I thought the issue, that the main issue she had to talk about for this one, which was the lines he had the man say on the TV show Sistas. So
yeah, this guy Tyler Perry's getting criticized, as he should. We've been criticizing him for a little while on some of his bad dialogue and some of his script writing, and he brags about not having a writing crew, and it's
ain't
just
to brag about,
it's
bro.
starting to show a little bit, and other people are calling it out now, you know.
So yeah, so in the Sistas, I guess it was a breakup scene between one of the sisters and the dude they was dating, and the dude pretty much broke up with her, said it's not gonna work out because his two dads, he's in touch with his feminine side, he has lace underwear, and he likes he likes
getting his prostate tickled.
He like getting his prostate tickled. This was a real line that an adult wrote, and he thought that this was the perfect line for a serious breakup scene. He didn't think that this was gonna be a comedy, but it ended up being comedy because it's fucking stupid. It's hilarious. Who says that? That's like one of the most funniest things, and the fact that he wrote that and didn't think like this is not supposed to be funny.
That's the reason why you're too much, like, bruh. You know.
But no, so she was going in, and I felt like she almost hit the mark of what I'd be trying to say, but then she took it to that whole, oh, we trying to, you know, make black men homosexuals and devalue a black man's, you know, masculinity, which I do agree with to a certain degree, but I don't think that that's it with Tyler Perry, because he does this with a lot of stuff, not just with masculine men. He does do that with them, but I'm talking about as far as taking a serious scene and like having some comedy dialogue in it that's supposed to be serious, but you're like, bro, that's not why did you? That's what he does that a lot. So he'll have a lot of scenes where, like, they doing back and forth and saying some serious stuff and like discussing stuff serious, and then one of the actors will say some dialogue. You're like, what? And like you laugh because it's like that's what?
And I really feel like it's because he came up on the comedy, on the Medea, on the Tyler Perry's House of Pain, all these kind of comedic things. So when he has the studio, has more open to do what he wants to do, and it gets a little more serious, but you don't have serious writers and things like that, it comes off as a little goofballish, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's why if he can't do drama well, he needs some serious writers then.
And if y'all keep looking at some more of his scripts, some more of these shows, you're gonna find some more. This was just the one, you know.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me.
I don't know, man. All I know is when he brought Tory Lanez out, initially we were talking about, was the song old? Was it just something that they worked on last year? That was the rumor too. A lot of people were saying that it was probably an older song that they had, recorded and everything. They recorded, did the video last year before the shooting, and it just didn't come out, maybe because of the shooting and all that stuff kind of stopped him releasing it, and now he released it now. And that was a speculation, but now definitely, they cool. They cool with each other. They cool enough to go on stage, man. And Meg ain't said nothing, the mans ain't said nothing, and it just kind of seems like if they are beefing, it's behind the scenes. And maybe more words were said behind the scenes, more words than what was shown on Twitter when they was tweeting back and forth. Maybe they had some words behind the scenes, and it just completely, burnt all bridges. And now it's just like, man, guess what I'm bringing out?
Hey, it felt the sting. He knew it, bro. It was a chess move.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to happen, publicity, bring this guy out here.
And then a fan threw a shoe at him, an Adidas shoe.
That wasn't such a big deal, but it did happen. That nigga did dodge that shit.
He dodged that shit with bad, man. I'm proud of him.
So,
them rappers, they be smoking and drinking, especially at festivals and stuff. So to have them, the reflexes like that, I was like, all right, my nigga, I feel you.
He's looking for it.
He was ready for it.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me.
What does the COVID-19 pandemic got to do with the agreement that you both signed on? Don't try to use this pandemic as an excuse for y'all trying to be greedy. You don't give a damn about the pandemic. You just was trying to save a couple bucks. Get out of here with that. Talking about you care about you cared nothing. Disney got $500 billion $1 million from taxpayers' money that was supposed to help them out during the COVID situation. They fired they fired their workers and agreed to bring them back for less money without any benefits. And our tax dollars gave them $500 million. They got the nerve, and they used COVID as an excuse to cut workers who had been there for a long time, who had special needs, to keep them from getting access to benefits or to save them money after they were given a bailout, a handout, specifically to help their workers during the pandemic. Now, when Scarlett Johansson is just asking for what she's owed, they want to turn around and say, well, what about the pandemic? You don't care about the pandemic. You're using it to try to shame her over an agreement that was made before the pandemic that you have the money to pay, because as we just explained, your workers didn't get that $500 million that the taxpayer paid. You tried to pocket as much as possible, so you got the money to pay her what she's owed. So don't try to bring the pandemic into this now because it benefits your little case. Okay, they said that Disney has fully complied with Mrs. Johansson's contract. Now that's going to be decided with the lawyers. I don't have access to her contract, so I can't comment on that. But it says the release of Black Widow on Disney Plus with Premier Access has significantly enhanced her ability to earn additional compensation. They said it enhanced her ability to earn. You know what that means? Nothing. Because it didn't say that she has earned. It enhanced her ability to earn. That means that doesn't mean she got anything. That means she's maybe capable of getting something. What the hell does that mean? You in charge of the money.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me.
Yeah, but the thing is, so like now it's kind of becoming a debate: is he a snitch or is he a civilian? So he's not snitching. And where do you fall on that? As far as with him, do you think that he was a snitch, or do you think that he's a civilian and so it shouldn't count as snitching? It's him doing the right thing. But then at the same time, he was engaging in these activities. So it's not like he just was like just minding his own business.
Well, I guess the facts are on the table. He talked to the
feds,
the cops, right? So he already talked to them, so he gave them information. So by definition, I feel like, by a street definition now, you know what I mean? You are, but by a non-street definition, because maybe he's not a street guy now, because now he's kind of pulling coming back from that with this. Maybe it's not. I did what's good for my family, and he basically played a civilian now.
I mean, yeah, but we're talking about before that. Was he a civilian when he snitched? Do you think he was a civilian
I feel
when
like
he
he
snitched?
really became that now. Like, if
But you
were,
don't think he
whatever,
was before?
If you were, whatever kind of street thing you had, you lost a lot of stuff by doing this. You know what I mean? At least I feel like a hardened street person who's only looking from the outside in, I feel like he lost a lot of his street cred from that.
Well, that's not up for debate. So of course, yes, 6ix9ine lost a lot of his street cred when he snitched. But when he informed the police, when he became an informant for the police. But the actual conversation is, was he street to begin with? Or was he just a dude who they just hung out with because he had the money? And if that was the case, if he was just somebody hung out because he had the money, is that considered snitching? That's like, if you just have friends who do stuff, or you just happen to grow up in the hood, but you're not about that life, and something happened, you might be like, hey, somebody stole my car, I'm about to call the police. I'm not about to go shoot nobody about this. Call the police. Some people wouldn't consider that snitching. A lot of people wouldn't consider that snitching. And that's what Wack's point was. Like, I don't think that you really of that street life. You just was a young dude who was trying to make it. And they let you use their brand, but it was just fun for you. It wasn't like the real grind, getting dirty. It was like fun. I can use this. I can throw up some signs, and whatever, and make money.
Basically inside of rap, you know what I mean? Because you gotta just, I guess, it's the rap stuff and then street stuff that's attached to the rap game, you know what I mean? And I think that's where the issues or what even comes in at. So like you're not really street, and I think that's where the divide is right there.
See, for me, I don't know, because I don't know if he is or isn't.
Yeah.
That's a hard conversation. I understood what Wack was saying. I got where Wack was coming from as far as him saying he doesn't consider him a snitch because he doesn't think that he was really a gangster. He wasn't really a part. He said he wasn't really a blood. He just was like an associate. He was affiliated with somebody. He knew bloods, but he wasn't really into that. He's a character. He's playing a part. That's what Wack said. To a degree, I agree with that. But the only thing I would have a problem is that, well, like 6ix9ine said himself, he was actually engaging in criminal activity. He may not have been killing nobody, but he shot at people. And he orchestrated hits, and he said he was selling drugs or breaking it up and bagging it or something like that. He was saying, or at least he was helping with distributing it and maybe funding the funds to distribute that stuff wherever it had to go. But he said he was really living the stuff he was talking about.
I was gonna say, it seems like the people in his hoods had allowed it. You know what I mean? And so maybe that wouldn't fly on the west side and stuff, but there it seems like he got it, and he can hold his street, whatever. He can hold one on there.
Well, I just think that my life, I got a lot of family in the streets, past and present, that's still active, and some that's not. And they always say, like, what separates for them is it's not about, because my family I got a lot of gang member families, but I also got just a lot of family members who just sell drugs and stuff. Not necessarily really about the gang stuff, but more about the making the money part, especially as they get older. But and they say it's really about, like, if you go to do dirt with somebody knowingly that's what you finna do with that person, and then you get caught up, that's not right for you to tell them because you intended to do that. You just snitching out because you got caught. But they've also always said, like, if you didn't have no plan, like somebody got in your car, you was giving them a ride, and they end up having like a gun on them or some drugs, and they get caught, well, you in your right to tell, because that ain't nothing to do with you. You was just being nice. You had nothing to do with that. So from my point, just from the lessons I've been taught, it's always been about, if you in on it, you shouldn't be snitching. But if you're not in on it, then it's your right to snitch, because really the person should stand up and be like, yo, he ain't got nothing to do with this. That's my stuff.
I think what makes this such a fascinating interview is the fact that we have Wack 100 just checking, asking questions that a lot of the street folk even want to know. Like, is he gangster? Is he whatever? Nobody just sits down and just has that, because a lot of the times it's trolling, it's yelling, it's argumenting, and you don't really have that sit down and the real, like, let's see what he's really thinking. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is what Akademiks platform has offered.
Yeah, well, I don't know, because he said this is probably not going to be the format for the rest of the show. This was just for this one thing, just because all the stars fell in alignment. It just so happened as he was getting a new show, Wack wanted to do this. So He said it might be more just like a topic, like how we do just discuss stuff more than so the interviews. But who knows? Maybe the success of this might make him change it. He's probably had more episodes. I haven't watched any of them or listened to them. If he has, I haven't even looked to see if they are.
I feel like he's doing a Birdman hand rub just on the middle. Like I
man,
got the
work for
content
him.
now. I ain't even mad at him.
It worked for him. It sparked the whole thing. One thing I will say, I was surprised that 6ix9ine was getting loud like that with Wack. I did not expect him to still have that same hype energy. He was getting loud and stuff. I mean, Wack really wasn't tripping off of him, but I was surprised. I will say it was two good things that Wack said. One thing or two other good things I haven't brought up yet. One thing was he talked about how 6ix9ine, in reference, or I guess as an example to 6ix9ine, he brought up Tupac and said that Tupac really wasn't in the streets. He was a revolutionary. So when he stepped up to Orlando Anderson at the nightclub and punched him out, a real street nigga dude would have known you got to end that dude because that's a real killer. And if you just gonna hit him, he not gonna let that go. But since Pac was a revolutionary dude, he just like, my finna just stump this dude out. And not thinking of the further consequences, and he says he blamed the rest of Death Row and all them other gangsters that was with him, the mob that was with him, Mob Piru that was with him for not really, well, we gotta end this dude. And he connected that to 6ix9ine by saying like, you just this dude and all that stuff. You don't know the rules and regulations. You think you're a gangster, but when somebody touch you, you're not going to get them. You looking at everybody like, why you ain't do nothing yet? He's like, if something happened to me and my people ain't doing nothing, I'm just going to get up and do it myself. And that kind of like, yeah, I get what he was saying. So I don't know from that standpoint, I understand where Wack is coming from, but I still can't look at 6ix9ine as just a civilian, even though he talked about he was kidnapped by people and dude messed with his baby moms. I get that.
How much affiliation to us? Like, you're a little bit more than the average nigga off the streets. All right, you done seen some shit. You done know some shit.
Yeah, you telling them to go shoot people. You shooting guns.
Yeah.
Talk Wack to me.
Nas had dropped a new album, King's Disease 2. I really loved it. I think I liked it more than the first one. A lot of good gems on there. The one with Eminem, I know a lot of people gonna be like, oh, M killed him. I don't agree. I think M came hard at the end of it, but I think Nas was dropping hella harder bars. He just was slower than him.
If you don't like
I'm gonna do mine. I'm gonna let you go. But yeah, I like the Death Row. The first 3 songs was really good. The closer was really good. Nas just in rare form. Still able to talk about the Queensbridge days. We'll talk about what he's doing today. Just really, 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 really love the album. E, go ahead, your takes, man. We can have a little bit of back and forth.
Yeah, so really like the Sunday brunch song. Really like the Place to Be Nobody. Like you said, it's just Nas being Nas, and he's just showing how he's the shit for ages. You know what I'm saying? It's timeless flow. They just put on an old Nas and put on this Nas today, and it's like seamless. And you don't be aged. It's when you in rap. And as far as the Eminem goes, if you don't like the Eminem flow, like when he just kind of, I don't know, he's spitting fast, what he's saying, I don't even know. It's the Eminem issue, bro. I can't even really. I understand not liking it though. Like,
I didn't say I didn't like it.
No, it hits it coming listening to Nas. Okay, now listening to the M, I understand it. Like, oh man, it ain't the clash almost, the clash of styles. But I feel like that's almost what this was about. You know what I mean? Let me get the goats who are here right now who I can still be on the track with. Because even on the Death Row East, he's like, I can't do none of this stuff with Pac anymore. And I had it planned to do that, but let me just do what I can right now,
Right.
So just on some legacy things, I thought that was cool to have.
Nah, definitely. But yeah, The Pressure was a great way to start it. Then Death Row E was hard. 40 Side was hard. EPMD 2 was hard. Rare, I really enjoyed that. That YKTV, I thought YG came correct. YG was like, I'm on an album with Nas, I gotta come hard. Miss Lauryn Hill really did her thing and Nobody. She went off on everybody about her being late. And just, just kind of went in on people. Really, really good stuff, man. And then, of course, Nas is good, the last song. Overall, really great album. Really had a good time with that. You got anything else to say about the album, E?
Just refreshing and needed for the culture, man. Hip hop, what are we rapping for? And even, I guess it's just that New York Times. It's from Jadakiss thing happened last week. Then this came. It's just, oh, man.
Most definitely, man. Yeah, definitely, that's probably going to be, I'm probably going to play that more than I did the first one.
Yeah.
Talk Wack to me.
It's the WACCast podcast. Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack
It's
to me.
the WACCast podcast. Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.